Hello again, guys and ladies. Welcome back to part 3 of JPDS Plains with me, TheIdiot. This is, of course, a mod by Draconisaurus and co.
Degrees up here.
And our player character is getting pretty spicy, it seems. Here we can see across the entire playable area, including so far that the terrain textures are glitching out, which is a fun little problem that happens when you when your view distance is too high, like I have made in this level. Again, that's not the level developers doing that. That was me tweaking the game to try to increase the view distance. Pretty cool, though. We can see all the way across everything. With a bit of tweaking, I think this could look really nice, actually. So we got a bus here. It's cool. The Island Express. The Ireland Express. Anything inside? I already know that going inside of this bus, like, this is very clearly a death trap. Maybe we won't go inside. Maybe that's for the best that we don't go inside that bus. So here we are. We've reached the summit of this mountain here. Pretty cool.
A few weeks
pretty high
after
up.
we landed, we went to the summit to put up a crude satellite link.
Okay. So we're at the summit now of this mountain. We've come all the way across the plains to get up here.
Young technicians scrambled to set up the dish as the wind howled. High-speed uplink. State of the art.
Alright, so let's see what we can find up here.
Broken. No radio, no phone, no satellite. That's it, I'm dead.
Can I die if I touch this? I had to try. Okay. So we got a lonely-ass shack up here, right on the summit of the mountain. This is really nice. I like the summit. I like the way this looks, too. The choice of textures and models up here. There's just something about this that looks really nice to me. That's very specific, but... Ah, fuck, locked. Okay. Oh, but I have a gun. I forgot I had this gun. When did I pick this up? Was this in the cave? I don't remember. Nice.
Cheap lock.
Okay. Nice that there's some consistency in the level design, too. Why is this not opening? What the hell? Okay. We'll come back to that. Let's see if we can find anything down here. Yeah, I was saying I really like the color choices in this level. This level is actually very beautiful in my opinion. Even though it's a little barren up here, you know, there could be maybe some more rocks or little bushes or something up here to make this look a little bit less empty. I still like it. It's a good choice of objects. It's kind of consistent. A little bit stylized, I would say, almost. I hear some kind of farty noise in there. We gotta check out and see what's farting inside. Seems like it's locked, though. Someone's on the toilet. God, only the most mature of humor on this channel. My God. Okay, so clearly we gotta get inside that shack. It's probably something inside there we need. I wonder what happened here, too. It looks like almost that got hit by lightning, that little shack there. That's why it's no longer functional. Why is this door not opening, though? We blew the lock off. Should be able to get inside. Did its physics glitch, maybe? I'm gonna fly inside. I'm gonna see, maybe, if we try pushing, if it'll move. Let's just see. Before we explore, let's just see if this door is supposed to be movable. Because I feel like it's glitched or something, like its physics, something's wrong with it. Oh, yeah, okay, there we go, yeah. So it was just stuck. Okay. Anyway, here we are inside. What is this, a nail? Some nails on the floor. We got a canteen. We're gonna drink that. Do you guys remember that one canteen? Oh, there's a key, too. Cool. Do you guys remember that one canteen in JPDS Streams Part 1? Where, like, it was just like, oh, you drank old spiders? Like, what the fuck? Like, that was so mean. Congratulations, you found a canteen that looks identical to all the other ones. But wait, this one kills you. Again, it's stuff like that that can really ruin the JPDS experience, because this is such a good mod, and I don't like when things like that like can unbalance and ruin a first-time player's playthrough. Alright, cool. Excuse the what the fuck are you doing? Cosmic T-Rex, always there to pose the question. Okay, I don't even know. What do we got here? Jurassic Park Crunch? It's fun. Did you guys just see the cup go flying there? Is this a real thing, by the way? I've seen this in other levels. Was this a real product that existed at some point? It's Lost World, so that to me implies that, like... Because they wouldn't just make Jurassic Park Crunch as like an item, like, or Lost World Jurassic Park Crunch. No, they would just make Jurassic Park Crunch if it was an in-universe item. Because Jurassic Park exists in universe, but does the Lost World Jurassic Park exist in universe, or like? Can I want to take this out. Like, does the movie Jurassic Park exist in the Jurassic Park universe? Oh, have you guys ever gone on, by the way, this is totally random and out of left field. Have you guys ever gone on the, oh, you can, look at that. With prehistoric marshmallow shapes. Jurassic Park Crunch Breakfast Cereal. Oh my god. It's a roar of a time. Acquired RF Comm Station Journal. Okay. Let's read this. You know what? Let's read this. I don't like reading stuff in games, but let's read this. It's now been 24 hours since the evacuation order was given. Still no contact with Kurt since he left with the others. If there's no word from him after another 24 hours, we're going to enact a plan B and send another operative out in the emergency boat. We must discover who Dennis Nedry's secret employer was and attempt to make contact. If our plan fails, our ability to maintain operations here will be in serious jeopardy. Contact with Kurt has finally come, now 42 hours after the evac order. Success! He's discovered the identity of Nedry's contact and learned from him that the company he worked for was Biosin Corp, as Andre suspected. He's arranged a radio conference between Andre and Biosin's CEO, Jeff Rossiter, tomorrow at 1300 hours to discuss our plan in terms of agreement. With luck, all will go according to plan. Okay, so we got a first little hint of story there. Let's hit this. Does this do anything? No. Does this do anything? Can I use this? Nope. Okay. Can we check in here? See what's in the old toilet? Nothing in here. All right, so I am going to... What the hell is this? There's just a camera in the toilet? Oh, God. I was going to say I'll sit down, but I don't know if I want that filming me. All right, so... I am going to announce a sad little piece of information right now, and we're going to do a little bit of a talk here. We're going to sit down, we're going to have a talk. So... This is where we are going to hit a dead end. This is technically the end of JPDS for our adventure. Unfortunately, there's nowhere to go after this. We can't go into another level from here because this is practically a dead end. We can't get out of the plains, and we can't move into another level from here. So this, unfortunately, is where our adventure is going to come to an end. Now, I don't really know why exactly this is a dead end and why we just end randomly on top of this mountain after finding out that piece of information. I don't know if Draconisaurus can tell me. I don't remember if maybe I've asked him in the past why this is where the level ends. But as you guys saw in that little journal there, we're getting our first hint of the story of what's going on here on Isla Sorna. And it's a shame we don't really get to do a whole lot more with that story. But basically what has happened up here is I guess somebody went up to try to contact, at the top of the summit, they went up to contact Biosin. But who was contacting Biosin? Well, that was a group known as the Rogue Faction. That's what RF stood for. The Rogue Faction is made up of scientists who decided to stay behind on Isla Sorna after Hurricane Clarissa wiped out the island. There are a few of them who decided they didn't want to leave and stayed behind. Again, this is the mod's lore. This is the story of the mod. And they decided to stay behind and continue cloning dinosaurs and doing Hammond's work, kind of, you know, under the radar, right? So they went and they kept cloning dinosaurs for quite some time. And Daniel, Tasha's brother, he was actually one of them. That's why he was on the island. I don't know if we would find that out maybe in a part of the mod that was never made. But that was the case. And they were working underneath somebody named Andre Halverson. And Halverson was leading a team of scientists who were trying to work to clone more dinosaurs. And ultimately, they ended up cloning the Spinosaurus, which you see in Jurassic Park 3. That's why that wasn't on InGen's list, as Grant says in the movie. So the Rogue Faction was staying behind and cloning more dinosaurs like Ankylosaurus, Spinosaurus, a few others. And ultimately, it seems they got in contact with Biosin. I'm wondering if maybe they were trying to work with Biosin. Biosin, of course, being the company that Dogson works for in Jurassic Park. And they got into contact with them, and I'm wondering, maybe they were wondering if they were thinking they could kind of work together to clone some dinosaurs or make some new stuff with them. Maybe they're trying to further the research. I don't remember the exact reason, but anyway, they got in contact with Biosin, and things kind of devolved from that point on. Well, I think I'll tell the rest of the story as we get later in the mod, because there are more hints as to what happened how the story would have played out. But unfortunately, the story is never really told. So anyway, that's the kind of our first little inkling of what the story of JPDS was going to be. So we're at a dead end, but I don't really want to end it here because there's more to explore in this level. So I'm actually going to keep going. And we're going to say this is where the level ends, but let's keep exploring a little bit because I know there's this little area down here. Now, I don't know if you were supposed to maybe explore this in another level and it somehow got moved into Plains. But let's go check this out because this area is kind of off to the side. If I had jumped through that gap in the Plains fence, or the Plains wall that we saw quite a while ago, I think it would have led me out here. So let's just walk down the side of this mountain. Why not? I wonder if I could have just walked up here. That would have been funny. Maybe there was supposed to be like another path up here or something at some point. I don't really know. I don't know what the purpose of this area is. Like, honestly, it's just kind of like in the middle of nowhere. It's so out of the way. It's just bizarre that this exists at all. But it's probably a relic of the original linear nature of JPDS. In fact, I don't think I'm going to walk. I think I'm just going to fly because I don't think there's a whole lot that we'll miss by flying. So let's just fly around. It'll speed up the process. I've been recording for quite some time now. And I need to study for a test, actually, on Monday. So here we have, I guess this is meant to be like a high hide of some form. I don't know if this is an exact replica of the one from the movie. But this is kind of cool, right? And again, it's so just like randomly out of the way. Like, who would ever come over here? But this is pretty cool. So we got a little high hide here. I do wonder if this is supposed to be what I think it is over here. So let's keep flying around. We got this little dude here too. Like, I don't know what this is all about. I don't know if this maybe this is an Easter egg or something. But this guy, I love this guy right here. This guy's my bro. Let's does he do anything or? No? Okay. I was curious if maybe something would happen when we went near him. Nope, it's just kind of like a little dude there chilling on the beach. I love that. It's so random, but so, like, fun. That must be an Easter egg. Let's keep going. So you see up ahead, actually, you can see that gigantic Jurassic Park 3 fence. Oh, by the way, there's an ambulance outside my window. I hope you guys can't hear that. It's really loud. I live just down the street from a hospital. As all video game Let's Play people seem to. Like, every time I watch a video, the guy's always like, oh yeah, I just live outside a hospital. Don't mind me. But, yeah, so here we have the giant Jurassic Park 3 fence from Jurassic Park 3. This is the fence that they hide from the Spinosaurus behind, if you guys remember that. This is actually where JPDS 2 would have started, behind that fence, but of course there is no JPDS 2, so it's a dead end. So this right here, like, I've always wondered, is this supposed to be where the trailer falls off the cliff in the movie? Probably not, because this is a Biosin Jeep, right? But, because if you look down, I don't know if we're going to be able to see it without falling. Let's see. If you look down, there's like a crashed vehicle down there. Is that supposed to, like, represent the thing from the movie? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, you see here is a Biosin Jeep. So I remember we saw a Biosin helicopter earlier, but now we actually have signs that Biosin had vehicles on the island. So what was going on here? Why was Biosin on the island? That's really bizarre, right? What could be going on here, I wonder? And I will tell the rest of the story of JPDS, because I do know what happens. Draconisaurus told me, him and I had a whole discussion over what the intended story beats were supposed to be. So I can tell you the rest of the story. But for now, all we know is that Biosin and some rogue scientists had stayed behind on Isla Sorna to keep doing some of Hammond's work. And, you know, obviously contacting Biosin, though, Biosin being the company that hires Nedry to steal the embryos from Jurassic Park. You know, probably Biosin not the most trustworthy company, and we will find out later in the mod why exactly that is, because their way of causing trouble is quite something in this mod. It's quite funny. It's both fascinating, clever, and quite humorous at the same time. So anyway, yeah, I think we're just gonna, maybe we'll do a little overview of the level really quickly, and then I'm gonna call it. Since there's not a whole lot more for us to see, I don't think. We got a crashed vehicle here. Nice overview of the plains. You can see what the level looks like. You can see the glitchy terrain over there. That's, again, just a weird thing that happens when terrain is seen from a long distance. I'm gonna speed myself up and see what we can find. Maybe there's some interesting stuff we've missed. So yeah, we have this kind of extended plains area. This kind of goes into the hazardous species paddock, as this is called. This is that area I was talking about too before, where I was like, it's just kind of empty. I wonder if like, was this meant to be playable at some point, or maybe they cut the level size down because they thought it was too excessive. Who knows? Over here we have the end of the level. This actually might be a transition that we could have walked down. We might have been able to walk all the way around here. Wouldn't have been anything to see. Oh, this is cool. Look at this thing. What is this meant to be? Godzilla? Huh. They could have walked all the way around, gone down the mountain, walked all the way around here. All the way around. And we would have ended up, say we were walking. If we had climbed down the mountain from where we were and walked all the way around here, we could have ended up over here. So you know what? Let's go back into walking mode. Let's pretend we walked that distance. I won't actually do it because it's such a long trek, and I just don't really want to waste time with that. North Carnivore Gate. Well, so this is the entrance here. Unfortunately, we can't get inside. The keypad's broken and this Jeep is blocking the way in. So we can't get into the hazardous species paddock, and we won't be able to because that's the only real entrances are where this mod actually, funnily enough, ends because it's unfinished. But so if we were to go back up there, that leads back to the gas station from JPDS Streams. It's a really long walk and there's not much to see, so we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to walk this way. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I might be incorrect. This level might not be a complete dead end, or it will be, one of the two. We're gonna find out. Because I think this actually leads into the next level. Well, the next level. I say next level, but it's again, it's non-linear, so this could just be a different level we're going to. So let's go this way. Why not? Again, this level is these JPDS levels are so massive that. It's easy to miss, to go the wrong way or miss something or go into a space that you're not supposed to be going into. And it looks to me like, I think I see the edge of the world map up ahead, so okay, never mind. So we beat the level. All right, there we go. So I did lie. That was not a complete dead end of level. Anyway, oh shit, we got the music again. Let's just turn that off. So yeah, so that was JPDS Plains. I think we covered pretty much everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Next up, we're going to be playing another JPDS level, I think, next weekend, if I get some time. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to be playing... I think we're going to be playing one of the smallest JPDS levels next, but yet one of the most dense, if that makes sense. But anyway, until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had a good time, and I will see you in the future. Take care, guys.